All right. Come on. You got to stand up, come on. Stand up with us. Stand up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 2 a.m. calendar on September 17th, 2025. Orders are given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders remain in effect today. What that means for you in the courtroom is this: not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints. If you have to do that, those orders are going to be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned an attorney. The vast majority of you will be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded. So please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your legal counsel. I can't answer legal questions for you, so please save those types of questions for your attorney. Finally, you're going to be hearing about lots of different dates, different types of release conditions. You don't have to memorize all that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork. That's why it's important to keep your paperwork and save it. Don't lose it. If you end up missing a court date or don't follow a written court order, you could just end up back here. Here's how the morning is going to work. I'm going to call two names. The first name I call is going to come in the courtroom and stand in front of me at the podium. Second name I call is going to sit on that chair next to the door. Then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar is finished. Okay, please get Blake Napier to the podium. Nathaniel Cox to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Blake Napier, 5/31/84.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on an out-of-county warrant and 2 probation violation warrants. Let me talk to you about your probation violation warrants first. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's September 24th in the Downtown Superior Court here in Maricopa County. Looks like you have bonds of $500 on each one, so you have $1,000 secured appearance bonds total here in Maricopa County. But you also have an out-of-county warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date September 22nd. That's at the La Paz County Superior Court. At the request of the judge up there, they're requesting that you be held non-bondable at this time due to the violation of your probation. So you're going to be held non-bondable on your La Paz County warrant. So please, at this time, don't try to pay those Maricopa County bonds because they're not going to let you out because of your La Paz County matter.
So, okay. I don't understand what's going to happen with La Paz County though. Like, what?
So they'll come and get you.
Oh, man.
They have to come and transport you.
Okay.
All right, sir. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Nathaniel Cox to the podium. John Horn to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Nathaniel Anthony Cox, 7/5/1981.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date's going to be September 22nd at the Downtown Superior Court. My understanding is that you were brought in by your bond company on a bond surrender, but because there was an written order sent out by your judge, you're going to be held non-bondable at this time pursuant to Rule 7.2B of the Rules of Criminal Procedure because you failed to appear at the time of sentencing. So you're going to be held non-bondable until September 22nd, sir. Please step to your left for your paperwork. John Horn to the podium. Elpidio Beltran to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
John Horn, 11/8/71.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on the Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 3 counts of aggravated assault, Class 5 felony, 3 counts of endangerment, Class 6 felony, 1 count of criminal damage as a Class 6 felony, 1 count of disorderly conduct with a weapon, Class 6 felony, and 1 count of criminal damage as a Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the Downtown Superior Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $75,000. If you're able to post that bond, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision. You're going to be alcohol and drug tested and monitored. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're to have no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork, sir?
Okay, left.
All right, your paperwork over there. Elpidio Beltran to the podium. Billy Fielder to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Elpidio Beltran, 3/28/1987.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case and a probation violation warrant. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $25,000. You also have a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date September 24th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $500. If you're able to bond out on both of your matters, you are not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork, sir? Billy Fielder to the podium. Carmela King to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Billy John Fielder II, 2/11/1989.
Thank you, Judge. Let me finish up first, and then I'll answer your questions. All right, sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case and 2 probation violation warrants. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felony, 2 counts of possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felonies, unlawful flight, Class 5 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond at $20,000. You also have 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is September 24th on both of those, and on both of those you have $250 secured appearance bonds. If you're able to bond out on all your matters, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Did you have a question for me, sir?
Yes, sir. I've had a colonoscopy appointment with a laser surgery scheduled since March, and that's coming up on Friday. And I really need to be out for that. I really do. And I've never had a failure to appear before. I've never not appeared. This is critical that I be out for this.
Sir, I do see that you don't have any failures to appear. I've marked you as a flight risk, given your unlawful flight charge that I found probable cause for. So at this time, sir, I'm going to be affirming the bonds. You're going to have to reschedule that colonoscopy. And at this time, I'm going to be affirming the bonds and the date set at this time. Why don't you please step to your left, sir. Carmela King to the podium. Jasmine Martinez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Carmela King, 7/21.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for aggravated assault, a Class 2 felony. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $10,000. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with the electronic ankle monitoring. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're to have no contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If there are any orders of protection that are put out against you, you're going to have to follow those orders. And ma'am, if you bond out, you cannot live with the alleged victim, even if you're the owner or renter of the property. You're allowed 1 civil standby with local law enforcement to collect any essential belongings. And you're cautioned that a violation of a no victims contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony.
I do have one question. So I have a restraining order against the person that was at my home.
Right.
And I'm a single mom with the kids there. So I can't go back to my home because he wasn't allowed there.
You can go back to your home. I never said you couldn't
Oh,
go
okay.
back. You can go back home. He's just not allowed there, and you can't have any contact with him at all.
Okay.
All right, ma'am? All right, please step to your left for your paperwork. Jasmine Martinez to the podium. Angel Romero to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
6/14/1997, Jasmine Martinez.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant and a failure to appear warrant. Let me double check something. All right. Let me talk to you about your failure to appear warrant first. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your original judge. It's a $2,500 cash bond. You also have a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is September 24th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000, so that's on top of the $2,500 cash bond. If you're able to bond out on all of your matters, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork. I have to call a warrant, please. Angel Romero to the podium. Jonathan Cadena to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Angel Romero, 4/7/95.
Thank you. You're here today on 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is September 24th in the Downtown Superior Court. I am affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. On each one, it is a $500 secured appearance bond, so total $1,000 secured appearance. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't you please step to your left for paperwork.
What is your name, sir?
Commissioner Beck.
Commissioner what? It'd be on the paperwork, right? On my...
It's on the paperwork.
Thank you.
All right. Jonathan Cadena to the podium. Carlos Cazares to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Jonathan Cadena, April 16th, 2022.
Thank you. You're here today on 3 probation violation warrants and a Superior Court new case. Let me talk to you about your probation violation warrants first. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is going to be September 24th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. On the first one, it's $100. On the second one, it's $500. On the third one, it's $250, so total $850 secured appearance for your 3 probation violation warrants. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You have to continue to obey the order of protection that's out against you, and you have to contact your PO within 3 days. So those are for your 3 probation violation warrants. Sir, you've also been arrested on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. So at this time, I'm not finding probable cause, but I need to warn you that just because I don't find probable cause today doesn't mean that the prosecutor's office can't find it at a later time. So I don't want you to think that it's going away forever, okay, sir? I need to hear yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. All right, sir. So here's what I'm going to do. Just in case the case comes back through the prosecutor's office, I'm assigning you an attorney on what you were arrested for today. I'm going to give you some new court dates. On this one, your next court dates are October 2nd and October 6th in the Downtown Superior Court. As to this case and this case only, sir, you're going to be, because no probable cause was found, I'm not setting any release conditions. You're going to be released on this case that you're arrested for today, but you have the $850 secured appearance bond for your 3 probation violation warrants. And so you're still not going to be getting out until you take care of those 3 warrants, okay, sir? So again, October 2nd and 6th for the possession of narcotic drugs, and September 24th is for your probation violation matters. Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Appreciate you.
Carlos Cazares to the podium. Dylan Van Dyke to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Carlos Cazares, 10/30/79.
Thank you. You're here today on the Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for organized retail theft, a Class 4 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $500. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you may not enter any Home Depot stores or their premises. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Dylan Van Dyke to the podium. Thomas Olson to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Dylan Van Dyke, and my September 12th, 1992.
Thank you. Sir, you are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant and a municipal court warrant. Let me talk to you about your felony warrant first. Probable cause was previously found for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. These were alleged to have occurred back in June of 2021. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the Downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your trial judge, it's a $250 secured appearance bond. You also have a municipal court warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date on that, September 24th. That's at the Goodyear City Court. I'm going to reduce that bond down to $200. So you have a total $450 secured appearance bond for both of your matters. If you're able to bond out on both your matters, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Why don't please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Thomas Olson to the podium. Milagro Recinos to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Thomas Olson, 10/26/2006.
Thank you. You're here today on a Justice Court new case. You've been arrested for shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor, false reporting to law enforcement, and a Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is September 22nd at the Santan Justice Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $100. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you may not enter any Target stores or their premises. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Milagro Recinos to the podium. Call and Muma to the chair, please. Hi, is the interpreter on the line?
Yes, hello, good evening. My name is Claudia, and my ID is 2124, and I am ready for your instructions.
Thank you. I'll be speaking to the defendant now. Would you please slowly and clearly state your full name and date of birth?
Bueno, buenas noches. Yo seré su intérprete. Interpretaré todo lo que se diga y lo mantendré confidencial. Si me podría usted hablar despacio, darme su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento, por favor.
Diciembre 30 del 69. Diciembre 30. Ok. ¿Y Milagros?
¿Y su nombre?
Milagros Recinos.
Gracias. It's Milagros Recinos with date of birth 12/30/1969.
Thank you. You're here on a new case in the Superior Court.
Bueno, muchas gracias. Usted se encuentra aquí sobre un caso nuevo, aquí en lo que es el Tribunal Superior.
You've been arrested for possession of narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony.
Bueno, entonces usted ha sido arrestada por estar en posesión de lo que son narcóticos, ¿verdad? Que viene siendo lo que es una clase 2, lo que es un delito grave.
No, pero yo no estaba en eso, no que mi hijo.
Well, so no, it wasn't me, it was my son.
Sí, yo no sabía.
Please stop.
Okay.
Un momento, por favor, pare.
I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the Downtown Superior Court.
Entonces yo le voy a asignar lo que es un abogado. Su próxima cita de audiencia es el día 23 y el día 25 de septiembre para que se presente usted en lo que es el Tribunal Superior del centro de la ciudad.
You will have a cash bond of $50,000.
Entonces usted tiene lo que es una fianza en efectivo de $50,000.
If you're able to pay that bond and are released, you will be placed on supervised release and you will have an electronic ankle monitor.
Ahora, si usted tiene la capacidad de pagar esta fianza y es usted liberada, entonces usted va a ser liberada bajo lo que es liberación o libertad con supervisión. Se le pondrá lo que es un aparato electrónico en el tobillo.
You are to have no contact with any witness or any co-defendant, and you may not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Ahora, usted no debe de tener contacto con ningún con ningún testigo, con tampoco ningún co-demandante. Usted no debería de estar en posesión de lo que es el alcohol, las drogas o ningún tipo de arma.
No, yo no hago drogas, nada de eso.
No, I don't do drugs or anything like that.
Please go to your left for your paperwork.
Bueno, entonces ya puede usted pasar aquí a su mano izquierda para que le entreguen sus documentos.
Thank you for your help, Madam Interpreter.
You're welcome, sir. If nothing further, interpreter will disconnect, and thank you for calling Lion Bridge for your language needs. You have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. I have to call another warrant, please. Prior to calling the next matter, I have one house call. I'll be visiting her back at her cell. She poses a risk of harm to herself or to others. Ulani Young, date of birth 9/17/1988, is here in a municipal court new case. Arrested for interference with judicial proceedings, class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning counsel. Next court date September 22nd in the Guadalupe Municipal Court at the Tempe City Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $250. If she's able to post bond, she's out to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. Not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Must obey the terms of order protection. And she's advised that the Guadalupe City Court actually meets at the Tempe Municipal Court. After visiting with her back at her cell, if I need to make any changes to these release conditions, I'll come back on the record to make those changes. Call and move on to the podium, please.
Thank you.
Hi, name and date of birth, please.
9/11/98.
Name, please.
Colin Moore.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a fugitive of justice warrant. That's another term for an extradition warrant. The state of Washington would like you back. So here's what I'm going to let you know. So first of all, you're being held non-bondable based upon the type of violations you have going on up there. So that was at the request of the state of Washington. You currently have an extradition hearing set for September 29th here at the downtown Superior Court. Did they give you the big white card?
No.
Yes.
Okay. So did you read that card that they gave to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you understand what was on that white card? I need to hear yes or no, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So if you understand what's on there, do you have an idea of what you like to do?
No.
Okay. All right, sir. So I'm going to go through some stuff with you. First question is, do you have any other court cases going on here in Arizona?
No.
All right. So that white card says three things. Number one, you have a right to a hearing. That hearing is currently set on September 29th here in Maricopa County. Second, you have a right to hire your own attorney. You don't get a free attorney because this is a civil matter. So you can hire one if you want to. If you go on the date of the hearing, there's usually a public defender who's sitting there that can answer basic questions for you, but they're not your own personal attorney, okay?
Okay.
All right, finally, you have a right for the governor of Washington and the governor of Arizona both sign warrants to have you extradited out of here after you have that extradition hearing. So that's what happens right now. You're being held non-bondable. You have a right to those three things. You can have your hearing if you want to.
Okay.
That whole process after the extradition hearing takes about 60 to 90 days for them to come get you, all right? And that's after September 29th.
Okay.
You got a second option, though. If you choose to waive your hearing or give up your hearing, you're going to be held non-bondable anyway. And if you choose to give up your hearing, then the state of Washington has 30 days to come get you starting from today. And if they don't come get you within 30 days, you could be released. So those are your two options. Do you have an idea of what you'd like to do?
Bond hearing.
You'd like to have your bond hearing? All right. All right, sir. So you'd like to have your extradition hearing. So I will affirm that extradition hearing date on September 29th. It's here down in Maricopa County. You'll continue to be held non-bondable at the request of the state of Washington. Sir, if you wait, you're going to have some paperwork that's going to be printed out for you. All right, sir?
I'll feel good. I want to lay down. I'm sick. I'll lay down.
All right, sir. We're almost done. Once you get your paperwork, they'll take you out of here. All right. If you'd please empty the courtroom and bring in Mr. Morse. Sir, could I have your name and date of birth, please?
Joel Michael Morris, January 24th, 1981.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 5 counts of molestation of a child, Class 2 felonies. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a cash bond of $500,000. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with the electronic ankle monitoring. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're to have no contact with any victim or witness, no contact with any minors. You're prohibited from accessing the internet through any electronic means, with the sole exception being that you can communicate with your defense counsel. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. All right, sir. I believe there's some paperwork for you. Why don't please step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. And this concludes the 2 a.m. calendar. Orders are given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders remain in effect today. What that means for you is this. Not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints. If you have to do that, those orders are going to be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned an attorney. The vast majority of you will be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded, so please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your legal counsel, so I can't answer legal questions for you, so please save those types of questions for your attorney. Finally, you're going to be hearing about lots of different dates, different types of release conditions. You don't have to memorize all that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork. That's why it's important to keep your paperwork and save it. Don't lose it. If you end up missing a court date or you don't follow a written court order, you could just end up back here. Here's how the morning's going to work. I'm going to call two names. First name I call is going to come in the courtroom and stand in front of me at the podium. Second name I call is going to sit on that chair next to the door. Then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar is finished. Okay, please get Nicholas Huddleston to the podium. Joseph Hart to the chair, please.
Huddleston is a special admin.
I'm not going to, he doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be?
Nope.
You remove him to the end because we got three of them. He's included.
All right. Joseph Hart to the podium. Sergio Ramirez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Joseph Michael Hart, 5/31/91.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case and 4 probation violation warrants. I'm going to talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for shoplifting with an artifice, a Class 4 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $8,000. Then you have 4 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date on all of those is going to be September 24th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting secured appearance bonds of $500 on 2 of them, and $1,000 on the other 2. So I think your total is $11,000 secured appearance for all 5 of your cases. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and most importantly, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Sergio Ramirez to the podium. Manuel Montero to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Sergio Ramirez, 09/26/1996.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant and a probation violation warrant. Let me talk to you about your felony warrant first. Probable cause is previously found for possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony. These are alleged to have occurred back on September 8th of 2024. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your judge. It's a $5,000 secured appearance bond. You also have a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is September 24th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $500, so total $5,500 for both of your cases. If you are able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, Most importantly, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Manuel Montero to the podium. Valerie Quezada to the chair, please.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning. Name and date of birth, please.
Manu Montero, 9/21/89.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for unlawful flight, a Class 5 felony, reckless driving, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning counsel. Our next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with the electronic ankle monitoring. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Sure.
Is Veterans Court an option in this?
That's not up to me. That's going to be up to your trial court judge when you see them for the first time. Okay?
So within this time, so I go home today and then I show up to court on the 23rd and
If
25th?
you're able to bond out, you'll go home in 4 to 5 hours after you bond out, and then you show up on the 23rd, and you can talk to the judge there about the possibility of Veterans Court.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand, Your Honor, this is my first time.
Sure.
So I have to pay $5,000 to go home today?
Correct. And then also, sir, do you have firearms that you need to relinquish?
They have my one that was in the vehicle with me.
Okay, alrighty. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork. Valerie Quezada to the podium. Sarah Richardson to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Valerie Quezada, 12886.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm signing counsel. Your next court date, September 24th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's a $1,500 secured appearance bond.
Can I say something?
Let me finish up first.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you have a $1,500 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Did you have a question for me?
Yeah, I had just recently got into I got hit by a car, and that's why I was not able to contact my PO.
So, ma'am, your PO hasn't been in contact with you. You haven't been reporting since October of 2024.
Yeah, and that was because I had surgery on my hand. She knew all that, and I even contacted her.
You did not receive prior approval before changing residence. You did not submit to drug testing as directed since August of 2024.
I didn't have.
These are all things you're going to have to talk about with your probation violation judge, okay?
Okay, so I'm stuck here.
I mean, unless you can call up a bond company to bond you out for $1,500, that's what the bond is going to be.
Okay.
All right. Why don't you step to your left for your paperwork? Sarah Richardson to the podium. Karis Waits to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Sarah Richardson, 22284.
Thank you. You're here today on a failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date is going to be September 23rd in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your original judge. It's a $1,500 cash bond. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision, not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Karis Waits to the podium. Blake Tennyson to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Karis Waits, 8676.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your first name.
Okay.
You are here on a justice court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is September 22nd. That's at the West Mesa Justice Court. I am reducing your bond to a $200 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're You're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Excuse me, if you want, please step to your left for your paperwork. Blake Tennyson to the podium. Angelica Rangel to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Blake Tennyson. I don't know what my number is.
Your date of birth.
January 7th, 2005.
Thank you. You're here today on a Justice Court new case. You've been arrested for criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. If found probable cause, I'm assigning, let me see, actually. Yeah, I'm still assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's got to be October 7th at the Santan Justice Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you today. There's going to be some conditions to your release. Sir, you can't return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness, so that means your parents. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If there's any orders of protection that are put out against you, you have to follow those orders. You may not live with the alleged victims, even if you're the owner or renter of the property. You're allowed one civil standby with local law enforcement to collect any essential belongings. You're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you have someplace else to go? You do? Do you have someplace else to live?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, what'd you say?
Do you have someplace else to live? Because you can't go back home. Do you have someplace else to go?
Okay.
Do you? I'm asking you.
I have hard hearing loss and all my hearing aids in, so it's
okay.
Not gonna.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to start over just to make sure you heard everything. You've been arrested for criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's October 7th at the Santan Justice Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you today. There's going to be a lot of conditions to your release. You're not to return to the scene of the crime. That means you can't go back home. No contact with any victim or witness. That means you can't have contact with your parents. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If there's any orders of protection that are put out against you, you have to follow those orders. Most importantly, you cannot live with the alleged victims, even if you're the owner or renter of the property. You're allowed one civil standby with local law enforcement to return to collect any essential belongings. You're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony. Sir, do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you have someplace else to go?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that until another judge lets you, you can't go back home and you can't contact your parents? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you also know what a civil standby is?
I do not.
I'm sorry?
I do not know.
You don't? Okay. So you have to make an appointment. Where was this? Was this Mesa?
Yeah.
All right. So you have to call Mesa Police Department, ask to make an appointment for a civil standby. I see you have one chance to go back home to kind of get a suitcase together and take it to someplace else to go. Police have to be there. You can't just go back home to get your stuff. So you call Mesa PD, you make that appointment, you show up there at the same time, you go there to get your stuff, and then you have to leave. That's what a civil standby is, okay, sir?
Okay.
All right. You promise to appear on October 7th at the Santan Justice Court?
Yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you on your own recognizance. Sir, if you want, please step to your left for your paperwork. Angelica Rangel to the podium. Amended G to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Angelica Rangel, 7/22/88.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I'm not finding probable cause today on the dangerous drugs charge. I am finding probable cause on the remaining 2 charges. I need to let you know, though, that just because I don't find probable cause today doesn't mean that the prosecutor's office can't find it at a later time. So I don't want you to think that it's going away forever, okay? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So on just the 2 charges that I am finding probable cause, I am assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are October 2nd and October 6th at the Downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you today. But there's some conditions to your release. You can't go back to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. And you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you promise to follow these conditions?
Yes.
Do you promise to appear on October 2nd and October 6th at the Downtown Superior Court?
Yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you on your own recognizance. Want to please step to your left for your paperwork. Amended G to the podium. Kyle Huff to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Amanda G, 08/12/06.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause is previously found for aggravated assault, a Class 4 felony, aggravated assault, a Class 6 felony, disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. These were alleged to have occurred back in April of 2024. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are October 2nd and October 6th in the Downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you today. There's some conditions to your release. You're going to be placed on supervised release. You're going to have an electronic ankle monitor. You are not to return to the scene of the original crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yeah.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions? Do you promise to appear on October 2nd and October 6th at the Downtown Superior Court?
Yeah.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. Ma'am, it's your responsibility to call them once you're out of custody. You have to call pretrial services during normal business hours.
Is it going to be on the paperwork?
It's on the paperwork. If you fail to call pretrial services tomorrow, you could, or this morning when you get out, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yeah. When I call, what do I ask? Or who do I ask for?
Yeah, just say you have to set up.
Okay.
You have to set up pretrial services.
Okay.
Okay. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If you don't make that appointment, you could end up back here.
Yeah.
All right, ma'am. One, please step to your left for your paperwork. Kyle Huff to the podium, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Kyle Huff, 6/19/1991.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case and a probation violation warrant. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for aggravated assault, Class 3 felony, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felony, unlawful discharge of a firearm in city limits, a Class 6 felony. Sir, at this time, based upon what was presented to me, I'm not finding probable cause on these charges. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to assign you an attorney at this point because, actually, I need to let you know, just because I don't find probable cause today doesn't mean that the prosecutor's office can't find it at a later time. So I don't want you to think that these that all these charges are necessarily going to go away forever. Do you understand
sir.
that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sir, I'm going to assign you an attorney. Your next court dates are going to be October 2nd and October 6th at the downtown Superior Court. Sir, at this point, until you hear otherwise, you have to go downtown and appear at court on October 2nd. Otherwise, a warrant could be issued for your arrest. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You also have a probation violation warrant. This time, I'm also not finding probable cause on a probation violation warrant because I didn't find probable cause on what you were arrested for today.
Okay.
But I'm going to do the same thing just in case. I'm going to assign you an attorney. Your next court date on this is September 24th in the downtown Superior Court.
Yes, sir.
So, sir, if you fail to show on September 24th at the downtown Superior Court, a warrant could issue for your arrest. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So, sir, do you promise to appear on September 24, October 2nd, and October 6th in the downtown Superior Court?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Make sure to keep in contact with your attorney. They'll let you know what's going to happen, and in case your case does come back, I want to please step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, please clear the courtroom.
You want to see first, sir?
You can bring them. You can bring them all out since they're all in the same position. I'm sorry? Huddleston? What about him? No, I moved him down. Nicholas Huddleston to the podium. Michael Browder to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
02/25/99.
Name, please.
Nicholas Huddleston.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on an out-of-county warrant and a Superior Court failure to appear warrant. Let me talk to you about your failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court dates are going to be September 23rd, September 25th in the downtown Superior Court here in Maricopa County. I'm affirming the bond set by your original judge. It's a $500 secured appearance bond. But sir, you also have an out-of-county warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date on that's going to be September 22nd. That's at the Cochise County Superior Court. Based upon the request of the judge up there, he's stating that there's a violation of your probation, so you're actually going to be held non-bondable on that.
All right.
So please don't try to pay that other $500 bond because they're not going to let you out because of your Cochise County case.
All right.
And so Cochise County, they should come and get you for your September 22nd case, and hopefully they'll get you back down to court for your September 23rd case back down here in Maricopa County. But I mean, if they issue another warrant, you're already in custody for Cochise County anyway.
All right.
All right, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork. Michael Browder to the podium. Juan Perez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Michael Browder, August 10, 1990.
Thank you. You are here today on the Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 2 counts of sexual conduct with a minor, Class 2 felonies. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are September 23rd and September 25th in the downtown Superior Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $10,000. If you're able to bond out, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision. You're going to have an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or any witnesses. No contact with any minors. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork. Juan Perez.
And influencing change.
Hi, is the interpreter on the line?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. I'll be speaking to the defendant now. Could you please slowly and clearly state your full name and date of birth?
Sí, buenas. ¿Nos puede decir bien despacio y claramente su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento?
Juan Luis Montoya Pérez, 19 de noviembre de 1979.
Juan Luis Montoya Perez, November 19, 1979.
Thank you. You are here on a new case in the Superior Court.
Gracias. ¿Usted está aquí en un nuevo caso con la Corte o un Tribunal Superior?
You have been arrested for luring a minor for sexual exploitation, a Class 3 felony.
Sí, usted está aquí en el día de hoy por explotación sexual a un menor. Esto es clase 3, delito clase 3.
I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are September 23 and September 25 in the Downtown Superior Court.
Y le estoy asignando un abogado. Su próxima audiencia es septiembre 23, septiembre 25 en el Tribunal Superior de Downtown.
You have a cash bond of $150,000.
Tiene una fianza en efectivo de $150,000.
If you're able to pay that bond and are released, you will be on supervised release and you will have an electronic ankle monitor.
Si tiene la habilidad de pagar esa fianza, puede ser liberado. Si es liberado, tiene que ser supervisada la liberación con un monitor en el tobillo eléctrico.
Also, you are not to have any contact with any victim or witness and no contact with any minors.
Y también no debe de tener ningún contacto con ninguna víctima, ningún testigo, ni ningún contacto con ningún menor.
You cannot access the internet through any electronic device.
Y no puede acceder al internet en ningún dispositivo electrónico.
You cannot possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
No puede poseer ninguna arma, drogas, ni alcohol.
Please go to your left for your paperwork.
Por favor, vaya a su izquierda para sus papeles.
Thank you for your help, Madam Interpreter.
Oh, my pleasure, Your Honor. Thank you for using our services. Our release.
Thank you. For the last 3 individuals, I'll be visiting them back to their cell. They pose a risk of harm to themselves or to others, and one of them is in the medical unit. Lexor Smith, date of birth 7/11/76, is here on a failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning new counsel. They go back to original attorney. Next court dates are September 23rd, September 25th in the Downtown Superior Court, affirming the bond set by the judge, $500 secured appearance bond. If they bond out, pretrial services supervision, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Daniel Spychalski, date of birth 4/27/95, here on an out-of-county warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Next court date September 22nd at the Pima Consolidated Justice Court. I am setting a cash bond of $250,000 if he's able to bond out, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Christopher Fernandez, date of birth 8/31/2004, here on a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause is previously found for 3 counts of aggravated assault, Class 5 felony, 1 count of resisting arrest, Class 6 felony, alleged to have occurred back in August of 2022. I'm assigning counsel. Next court dates are September 23rd, September 25th in the Downtown Superior Court, affirming the bond set by the judge, $100 secured appearance bond. If he's able to bond out, he's not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. After visiting with these individuals back at their cell, if I'm to make any changes to these release conditions, I'll come back on the record to make those changes. This concludes the 5 a.m. calendar. Thank you. Yes, we're done.
The Peoria Municipal Court on October 7th at 9 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at that next court date. It does look like this is a post-adjudication warrant on that case, so I don't know if there's any classes or a fine or a fee that's still outstanding. You'll have to contact for the Peoria Municipal Court to see what's still outstanding. As a part of your release, I am ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no contacting the arresting officers. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork and have a seat to your left.
Thank you.
Priscilla Ramos to the podium. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Priscilla Ramos, 0603-1994.
Thank you. Ms. Ramos, we are here today on what's called a fugitive of justice case. That's an out-of-state warrant for your arrest. So we are here today on a warrant out of California for a probation violation, so you do have a couple of options to make at this time. You have a choice to make, and you can choose to either waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to California within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you're sent back to California. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in the Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for California to come and get you. That 30-day period would start tomorrow as long as there are no local charges pending against you anywhere in Arizona. If there are local charges pending, then that 30-day period will not begin until those local charges are resolved. If you choose to have an extradition hearing, I will set a hearing in the downtown Superior Court on September 29th at 1:30 p.m. I cannot appoint you an attorney in this case because extradition matters are civil in nature, but you do have the right to hire one at your own expense if you choose. You are not entitled to bail in this case because it is a probation violation, so you would be held non-bondable during the extent of your extradition case being open. A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you back to California, and that process could take up to 90 days. So you have those two different options. Do you have any questions about what your options are?
Can I sign the waiver? Am I signing the waiver for the 35-day one?
So if you sign the waiver, that's when you're held for 30 days to allow time for California to come and get you. You're waiving your right to the extradition process. You're saying, hey, California, come and pick me up now.
Yeah.
And they would have to come pick you up within 30 days.
Yes.
You want to do that one? Okay.
Yes.
I will have some questions to ask you just to make sure you're making this decision under your own free will. Have you read the waiver of extradition paperwork? That's the laminated piece of paper they gave you. Do you understand that you do not have to sign this paperwork?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to have an extradition hearing?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to demand that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are returned? Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign this paperwork?
No.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours that affects your ability to make a decision?
No.
So I do find that you are knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily signing the waiver, and I am also signing it. I am directing the sheriff's office to notify the requesting state that you are ready to return. The requesting state will have 30 days from tomorrow in order to come and pick you up unless there are local charges pending. If there are local charges pending, that 30-day period will not start until the conclusion of that case. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. I have to have you sign a couple of pieces of paper. If you step up here to your right, they'll have you sign that, and then we'll get you on your way.
Go ahead and sign.
And then number 6 on the calendar for Fred James was listed as a house call. Mr. James was listed as being combative. Based off of that, I will conduct his initial appearance at his cell, since I am finding that he would be a danger to himself or others if he were brought to court. For Mr. James, we are here today on a Superior Court new case, arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony. I will find probable cause and appoint an attorney, set a status conference on October 2nd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on October 6th at 8:30, and I will release him on his own recognizance. I will conduct his initial appearance at his cell and provide him with a written copy of these orders. If I do need to make any modifications or changes, I will do so either on the record or in writing.
You want to check this?
Oh, sure. Let's see.
Is that it? Yep, that's it.
And then we'll just need to clear the courtroom for the last 2.
Yep. Take care of the eye separated with the last guy. Pope, he's the one in the blue shirt. Yeah, if you're not saying, I'll send it on the time. Oh, there you go.
Thank you. Mr. Pope, to the podium, please. Good morning, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Richard Allen Pope, 12/21/1970.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different cases. The first is a Superior Court new case, and then the second is a probation violation. On your new case, you were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and indecent exposure, Class 1 misdemeanor. I'm only finding probable cause today on the indecent exposure allegation, not the other 2. Doesn't mean that those necessarily go away. The state could still charge you with those down the line, but for today's purposes, I'm not finding probable cause. I will appoint you an attorney on your new case and your probation violation, so talk with your attorney about what that means moving forward. On your probation violation case, it's for violating term 1 of your probation. I am going to set a status conference on September 23rd at 8:30, a preliminary hearing on September 25th at 8:30, and a probation revocation arraignment hearing on September 24th at 8:30. All of those are going to be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond on your probation matter in the amount of $500 and a secured bond in the amount of $2,500 on your indecent exposure case. That's a total bond of $3,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with the arresting officers, no possessing any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. I did misspeak. If you do post that bond on your new case, I'm also ordering pretrial services supervision and electronic monitoring to be installed. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, and also we did have to reprint number 11, his new case.
Yeah.
So, sir, go ahead and take a seat to your left. They'll bring your paperwork out shortly. And that does conclude the 8 a.m. calendar. I will conduct the initial appearance for the house call at their cell. Like I said, if I do need to make any modifications or changes, I'll do so either on the record or in writing. That does conclude the 8 a.m. calendar. We'll stand in recess until 11 a.m.
Good morning, this is the interpreter. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. The judge should be in shortly.
No worries, I just wanted to make sure that, uh, my connection is good. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Póngase de pie.
All right, thank you. Please be seated.
Gracias. Pueden sentarse.
This is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for September 17th, 2025.
Ese es el calendario de audiencias iniciales para el 17 de septiembre 2025.
The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA samples made on the 2 a.m. calendar on the first of the month will also apply to these hearings.
Las órdenes que se emitieron sobre la toma de huellas digitales y ADN que se hicieron en el calendario de las 2 a.m., el primer día del mes, aplican hoy.
Mr. Jose Gomez Valdez, will you please come to the podium?
Señor José Gómez Valdés, por favor, pase adelante al atril.
Good morning, sir. May I please have your full name and your date of birth?
Buenos días, señor. ¿Me puede decir cuál es su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento?
José Gómez Valdés, de 1996.
José Gómez Valdés, born in 1996.
What's the month and day, please?
¿Me puede decir el día el mes y el día?
26 de diciembre.
Perdón, ¿26 de qué?
De diciembre.
December 26. December 26.
You're telling me your date of birth is December 26th of 1996?
Me está diciendo que usted nació el 26 de diciembre de 1996?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. That is very different than what I had.
Muy bien. Es muy diferente de lo que tengo apuntado.
So you've been arrested on a warrant for failing to appear in a criminal case that's been pending against you since at least 2018.
El señor está aquí por una orden de captura, por un caso donde se faltó de comparecer, y eso fue en 2018.
On November 16, 2018, there was a warrant issued for your arrest for failing to appear at a court hearing.
El 16 de noviembre de 2018 se emitió una orden de captura en su contra por no comparecer.
We're going to give you a new hearing date, which is an arraignment hearing, September 24th at 8:30 in the morning.
Voy a darle una nueva audiencia inicial, que es el 24 de septiembre a las 8:30 de la mañana. Your Honor, I can't hear you. Hello? Hello, Your Honor. This is interpreter. Hello, Your Honor, this is the interpreter. Can you hear me? Let's see. Hello? Good morning. Hello, good morning. Your Honor, I cannot hear you or see you, but um, let's see, I can give you a call, I guess. If you can hear me, I will call you at the phone number. Hello? Good morning. This is the interpreter. Can you hear me? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is the interpreter. Good morning. No, let me. Hmm? Try, yeah. There it should, because now it's, okay, let me. They said that they weren't able. Okay, let me see. Okay, thanks. It's in the phone? Oh, no, they want a conference ID. You know what it is? Is it? 590. 590. 822. 658. 658. 590. 822 658. Hello? Hello, this is John, the interpreter. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, this is the interpreter. Can you hear me?
All right, can the interpreter hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Okay, give
My
me one.
apologies. My apologies. I don't know what's wrong with my phone.
Well, I think there was a problem on our end because we weren't getting, I think we weren't getting full sound through the overhead system here at the court. And I don't know why it suddenly dropped out in the middle of your hearing, but yes, and we're getting confirmation. Okay, so it was actually a larger problem. I don't think you caused it. so
I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that.
Right.
Thank you. Okay.
No, thank you. And so give me 1 second to just finish what I started,
Of
and
course.
then I'm going to call that defendant back up, and we'll finish the Spanish matter. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Mr. Valdez, Gomez Valdez, por favor. Here he comes.
Señor Gómez Valdez, por favor.
All right, sir. Apologies for the technical difficulties.
Disculpas por los problemas técnicos.
My recollection is that we left off around the time I was telling you the date of your next court hearing.
Creo que, si recuerdo bien, estuve dándole la fecha de su próxima audiencia.
That's going to be an arraignment hearing on September 24th at 8:30 in the morning.
Va a ser una vista incoatoria el 24 de septiembre a las 8:30 de la mañana.
Which is 1 week from today.
Y es de hoy en 8.
The court address in downtown Phoenix will be on your paperwork.
La dirección del tribunal aquí en el centro de Phoenix va a estar en los papeles.
You have a $10,000 cash-only appearance bond in this case.
Se le ha impuesto una caución de $10,000 en efectivo en este caso.
If you deposit that money, you will be released.
Si se deposita esta cantidad de dinero, lo van a dejar en libertad.
But if you fail to appear at any court hearing in your case, you will lose that money and there will be another warrant issued for your arrest.
Pero si se falta de comparecer en cualquier futura audiencia, en este caso, perderá el dinero que ha pagado y habrá una otra orden de captura.
You have other orders that you must comply with. They will be in writing.
Hay otras órdenes con las que tiene que cumplir, estarán escrito.
Those include no contact with the officers who arrested you or any co-defendant in your case.
Los cuales incluyen no tener contacto con ningún agente del orden público.
You may not possess any
Y
weapons
tampoco
nor
con
any...
otros coacusados.
Sorry, and you may not possess any weapons nor... Sorry. You may not possess any weapons nor any drugs without a valid prescription.
Y tampoco puede usted tener armas de fuego ni drogas sin receta médica.
All right, if you'll take your paperwork from the office, or you can step out to your
¿Le puedo
left.
hacer una pregunta?
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Sí, señor.
Ok. Sí, voy a ser liberado.
Oh, I'm asking if I'm going to be released.
If you deposit $10,000 in cash to guarantee your appearance at all future hearings, including your trial.
Solamente, señor, si se deposite $10,000 en efectivo para garantizar su comparecencia en audiencias futuras.
If you don't deposit the money, you stay in the jail.
De lo contrario, si no lo paga, si no lo deposita, quedará en la cárcel.
And it doesn't have to be posted today. It could be posted at any point during the case.
Y no tiene que ser hoy, en cualquier momento, mientras el caso está vigente.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
if you take your paperwork, step out to your left, you will be back in court next week.
Ok, pase a su izquierda y tome los papeles y estará aquí en la sala en la próxima semana.
Okay. Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you, he says as well.
And if the interpreter could make a general call for service, it would be not funny if we let you go and then we turned out we had somebody else.
Understood, Your Honor, of course, of course. Buenos días, ¿hay alguien más ahí que necesita los servicios de un intérprete?
¿Alguien más? All right. For all the people who appear to be awake, we do not have any hands. All right,
Okay.
thank you very much. Have a great
You're
day.
welcome. Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's go back to the gentleman that I had to make wait, who I believe was Mr. Williams? No, with Mr. Smith. Jeez. Mr. Smith, Joshua Smith, if you'll come back up, and then Cody Williams, if you'll go to the chair, you'll be after Mr. Smith. Okay. All righty. Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Josh Ezekiel Smith, 1495.
All right, thanks. You are here on a new case. You were arrested for possession of a weapon by a prohibited person. That's a Class 4 felony. And passively resisting arrest by running away. That's a Class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date will be a status conference, September 23rd, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. Your preliminary hearing will be September 25th at 8:30 in the same court. Bond is set in your case at $25,000. That is secured. Secured means you can use a bail bondsman. You have other written conditions you're ordered to comply with. That includes no contact with any arresting officers, no contact with any co-defendants you may have. Obviously, if you're out of custody, don't possess any weapons. Even if you're in custody, no drugs without a valid prescription. Everything's on your paperwork. If you step to your left, I'll give you a copy of that. Thank you. Mr. Williams. And then Taekwon Rashad, will you please go to the chair?
Nope.
Mr. Williams, can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Cody Blaze Williams, 21491.
Okay, thanks. You're in a new case. You're arrested for robbery, a Class 4 felony. There is probable cause for that, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date will be a status conference, September 23rd at 8:30 in the morning. That's next week.
Okay.
With a preliminary hearing, September 25th at 8:30.
Well, what was the court date again?
The 23rd, which is 6 days from now. So
Okay.
if this is Wednesday, it'll be this coming Tuesday.
Downtown?
And then preliminary
Downtown?
hearing, September 25th.
Downtown?
Correct. Bless you. That's downtown. Bond is set in your case at $5,000. It is secured. If you bond
can I,
out, comply with all of your written conditions. What's your question?
I was, I was just gonna ask you, like, I've never been, or the, what is the other one? The other,
I'm not sure what you're doing.
release conditions and stuff like that, like, I don't understand.
I know, you're asking for release.
Other,
but-
like, other, like, I never,
In this case, there is a strong weight of evidence on this, and
know,
you have 3 priors, minimum 3 priors, felony convictions. So the court's not gonna let you out without a bail on this case. You can talk to your lawyer about a motion to modify, but bond is gonna stay at $5,000 secured in your case.
all right, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the one where I could go with a bondsman and pay the.
Correct, that's very correct.
All right, yeah.
Mr. Rashad, thank you. Mr. Rashad, and then Josh Goodman, will you go to the chair? Mr. Goodman? Hi, sir, can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Taekwon Rashad, date of birth 12/18/99.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Rashad, you're here on a new case. You were arrested for aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. There is probable cause for that, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference, September 23rd at 8:30 in the morning, with a preliminary hearing September 25th at 8:30 in the same court. The address is on your paperwork. Bond is set in your case at $5,000. It is secured. That is low. The court had fully expected the state to recommend substantially more because of the involvement of the weapon, but they did not. So I'm not going to go crazy. If they're not asking for more, you don't appear to have really any criminal history, as I recall, although you do have a hold for driving on a suspended license.
Oh, with that?
300, I don't see any felony arrests. So, but on these facts, what I'm trying to explain is that that's a really low bond, and you should not mess with your release conditions, because the bond can absolutely go up if there's anything like perhaps allegations of victim or witness intimidation, which can themselves be felonies. I put a statute on your paperwork about any type of harassment in violation of a no victim contact order, which would be the gentleman whom you are accused of pistol whipping. That person is the alleged victim. Any allegation of harassment can be booked as a new felony. If you come in on a new felony, any new felony, while this case is pending, I'm obligated to hold you without bail. So there's a lot riding on you not violating release conditions. You don't have any felony priors, so this is likely news to you. I'm telling you it in an attempt to get you to comply, because on these facts with the domestic violence type situation, etc., the court believes that with tempers running high, there could be a high risk of victim or witness intimidation. Even attempting to influence the witness of another person, such as your girlfriend, is a felony. So she's not the alleged victim. I'm not prohibiting you from having contact with her. If she gets an order of protection against you, then you have to comply with that. The person who is the victim in this case is the man you are accused of pistol whipping. Do not possess any weapons, none. No drugs without a valid prescription, no alcohol. Alcohol just drives bad judgment. If you get served with any order of protection or any order against harassment, you must comply with those as well. I'm not going to put an ankle monitor on you because the domestic violence that's driving this has to do probably with the girlfriend. And so I don't know that an electronic ankle monitor is going to make this victim more safe. But I caution you, do not do anything to get yourself accused of violating a no victim contact order. I was fully prepared to give you a $25,000 secured bail. The state didn't request nearly that much, so I'm going with this. But you should understand that this is a very serious case. If you are convicted, which you are not right now, you are presumed innocent. If you are ultimately convicted exactly as booked, it's prison mandatory. I'm also telling you that to get you to comply with release conditions. This is incredibly serious. So, take your paperwork, it's about to your left. Yes, you can use a bail bond. All right, Mr. Goodman, Josh Goodman. I think he's asleep, Mr. Goodman. He didn't respond at all. He's got like a blue sweater and a pink hoodie or something sticking out of it. He's got a beard. Yeah. And then after Mr. Goodman will be Jorge Ramos. But if Jorge Ramos is ready now, he can come up. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Ramos. We'll give Mr. Goodman a chance to wake up. Okay, right here. Mr. Ramos, can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Yeah, Jorge Ramos,
What's your date of birth, sir?
10/18/89.
All right, thanks. You're here on a probation warrant. You're on probation for a Class 6 felony. There was a petition to revoke filed in your case. Back on September 12th, it alleges that you violated, I scrolled too fast, that you violated terms 3, 4, and 5. You will get a copy of that petition from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you in probation court. Your revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing, September 24th, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. The street address is on your paperwork. I'm affirming the bond that the probation judge gave you, and that is $750 secured. If you bond out, comply with all of your conditions, and call your PO within 72 hours. This gentleman will have your paperwork for you if you want to take that. Thank you. Mr. Goodman, you want to come in? Thank you. After that, Tanner Mead, will you go to the chair? Right here, sir. Good morning, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Yeah, Joshua Paul Goodman, 10/21/87.
All right, thank you. Mr. Goodman, you are here on 2 bench warrants for failing to appear at the disposition hearings in your 2, I believe they're in 2 probation cases. That one is probation and, oh no, it was sentencing and disposition and probation. So one of them, number 17 on the calendar, is a probation case. Number 18 was your sentencing in a case in which you have been charged with possessing narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. I don't know what you might have pled to, but those are the original charges. You do have a lawyer already for both cases. You have the same next court date for both cases. It's a status conference in front of the sentencing judge, September 23rd at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. In the probation case, that is listed as a disposition hearing, but I believe it's going to end up being a status conference, and they'll give you a date for both at that hearing next week. So talk to your lawyer about that. I'm affirming the bond set by your sentencing judge, which was $2,500 per case for $5,000 total. If you bond out, comply with all of your written conditions and don't miss your court dates. He's going to have that paperwork for you. Thank you. Ms. Rodriguez, Valerie, or Tanner Need, right? Mr. Need, and then Valerie Rodriguez, we go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Tanner Need, October 7th, 2003.
Thank you. You're here on a new case. You were arrested for harassment as a Class 1 misdemeanor and criminal damage, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I am appointing a lawyer for you and setting your next court date of September 22nd, 5 days from now, 8:30 in the morning in the North Valley Justice Court. That will be on your paperwork. Bond is set in your case at $500. That is secured. If you post it, comply with all of your conditions, and in fact, the no victim contact applies whether you are in or out of custody. Absolutely, and categorically, no contact with that alleged victim. You may not respond to any contact from her. You may not do it indirectly through third parties or social media or fake accounts. Absolutely, no contact with the alleged victim. And I will note, the police could have booked you on felony harassment right now. You can talk to your lawyer about that, but when there is a domestic, intimate, there's a definition of domestic relationship. This meets it. When there is one, and there is a single act of harassment, it's aggravated, but this is multiple acts of harassment, which is alleged, which is aggravated harassment. So a single text could get you the interest of the police and a booking on a felony. It is this court's hope, because I note that according to police, the risk assessment score that the law requires me to consider when they submit that put the risk of you violating release conditions as high. And indeed, the facts as alleged put the risk of you violating these court orders as high. And so the court takes these kinds of cases very seriously, Mr. Need, because the rate of intimate partner violence and murder is elevated. And so in your case, the reason you're getting a bond is this court believes that it's going to take you having to put money behind your promise not to contact this person to get you to take it seriously. And if you did this, you are presumed innocent, to understand that a person is entitled to tell you that they never want to speak to you again, and you can break the law if you don't take no for an answer. And this will escalate. Ultimately, this will turn into felonies, and it will be life-changing for you. So it is my hope that you have the sense to understand all of that and not do anything that's going to get you accused of violating release conditions, because Arizona law says a single act of harassment, a single act, one text that says, "I'm sorry," if a court finds that was harassment, a single act can get you booked on the felony of aggravated harassment. I put the statute in your paperwork. You should look it up yourself. Also, you should look up the stalking statute. Get that from him. You can step out to your left. Mr. Soto? Sorry, Valerie Rodriguez, and then Mark Soto to the chair. Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Valerie Rodriguez, November 16, 1999.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a new case. You were arrested for disorderly conduct and assault, both Class 1 domestic violence misdemeanors. There is probable cause for those. I'm not appointing a lawyer for you because you don't financially qualify. You have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense or to represent yourself. Your next court date will be an arraignment hearing in the Surprise City Court. That is September 23rd at 1:30 in the afternoon. Bond is set in your case at $500. That is secured. And I want you to know, and you should look it up as well, there was absolutely probable cause established in this paperwork for unlawful imprisonment, a Class 6 felony. Categorically probable cause. And it's this court's belief that if you were a man and not a woman, on these exact facts, the police would have booked you for a felony. And so that's up to the police. I don't decide what they book as felonies or as misdemeanors. I've given you a benefit because it wasn't booked as a felony. If it was booked as a felony, you'd be getting $2,500 to $5,000 and an ankle monitor. So you need to take these release conditions very seriously. You may not live where she lives. You may not go to the scene of the alleged crimes at all, except one time on a civil standby to collect your belongings. Everything I just told that guy about harassment applies to you. A single act in violation of this order that a court finds with harassing can get you booked on felony aggravated harassment. And by the way, the state of Arizona is not stuck with what the police accused you of, that the county attorney could still get a submittal from these very cops that says, you know what, we're going to pull that back out of surprise and ask for felony charging. So don't assume that the gift you appear to have gotten from the police last night of just a misdemeanor booking is permanent. That does not bind the state. If the Surprise City Court says, well, this woman is a problem, they can pull it and send it down to the county for booking as a submittal as a felony. So you should maybe talk to a lawyer about that. But there are a lot of red flags in what was submitted against you. I know there are allegations. I've factored in that you don't appear to have much criminal history. But that was absolutely aggravated harassment if you did it. So what I'm telling you is take this seriously. Don't do anything to get accused of violating release conditions. Just call the Surprise PD, do a civil standby, pick up your stuff. I assume you're going to be able to post this bond. And so you need to comply. You will, at a minimum, lose your bond money if you don't comply. At worst, you'll get booked in on a new felony. So take this seriously. Do not respond to contact from her. That's very clear in your paperwork and under the law. Nothing gives you the right to violate these orders. Nothing. There is no excuse. Everything's on your paperwork. If you step to your left, take your copy. Thank you. Mr. Soto? And then Haley Schmall, we go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Mark Anthony Soto II, September 6, 1994.
All right, thanks. You're here on a probation warrant. You're on felony probation. And back on August 29th, there was a petition to revoke your probation filed that alleges you violated terms 1, 3, and 5. You'll get a copy of it from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer for you in probation court.
Yeah,
I'm not done yet. Hold on. Your next court date will be a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing, September 24th at 8:30 in the morning. That'll be in the downtown probation court. The address will be in your paperwork. I am affirming the bond set by the probation judge, which is $500 secured with written conditions. What did you want to say?
So am I staying in jail?
If you don't post the 500, you stay in at least until your next hearing.
Is there any way that I can just get released on my own?
No, sir. I'm not going to second guess the probation judge on this. The allegations against you are that you committed a new crime, you failed to report on at least 3 occasions, and they have no idea where you've been. So I'm not going to second guess the probation judge's decision on that. You can talk to your lawyer about that. You're on probation for a Class 3 felony, sir. You face a potential revocation to 3.5 years in prison. So $500 is your bond. You're not going to do any better today.
I understand.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Ms. Schmall, and then Tavarius Maloney, will you please go to the chair? Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Haley May Schmall, April 18th, 1992.
Okay, thanks. You are here on 2 bench warrants from the Superior Court. I think these are both dispositions. August 25th, that is number 8 on the calendar, is disposition in a probation case. Number 9 on the calendar is the same, disposition in a probation case. This is August 25, 2025. You've already had a lawyer appointed for you in probation court. Your next court date will be a disposition hearing 1 week from today, which is September 24th at 8:30 in the morning. I'm affirming the bond set for you by the probation court, which is $500 secured per case for $1,000 total. If you bond out, comply with all of your conditions, and call your PO within 72 hours. You've got your paperwork for you if you want to take that
Thank you.
You'll be all done. Thank you. Mr. Maloney, and then Andrew Whitaker, we go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Sylvia Squadra Maloney, 0526-1988.
Okay, thanks. You're here on one new case and a probation hold. In the new case, you were arrested for possessing dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and evidence tampering, a Class 6 felony. There is probable cause for all of those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. I'm also appointing a lawyer in your probation case because the probation department, per the policy, is going to have to file a petition to revoke your probation based on this new arrest. So you have to go to probation court also. You will also have a lawyer in that case. You'll have slightly different court dates at first. Eventually, they should come together in the system. So they're all next week. The first one is in your new case, the new drug case. It's going to be a status conference September 23rd, which is Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning. Your preliminary hearing will be Thursday, September 25th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, and the address is on your paperwork. In between those, on September 24th, which is Wednesday, 8:30 in the morning, you're going to have a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing in your probation case. That address will be on your paperwork. In the probation case, your bond is $500. It is secured. And in the new case, it's $50 secured. That's called a placeholder bond because in the complete absence of your probation case, we might have considered releasing you in the new case. So it's $550 total secured. If you bond out, comply with all your conditions, call your PO within 72 hours.
Because I talked to a pretrial service and they said that they was giving you some type of idea to release me onto pretrial services. So I'm wondering if I can get out onto
They should, no, and in fact, I'm going to make a note because they are not too, that has to do with some scoring and things. That's why I gave you a placeholder bond in the new case, that and they are not to be telling people those indications.
So if I spend $550 to get out right now, I can go?
Correct.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir. So they're going to get an email, which they start doing it again every 2 months. It's like, nope, we were not to do that. Anyhow, Mr. Whitaker, and frankly, that's literally why I was telling him in the absence of the other case, I might have released you. All righty. Mr. Whitaker, what time is that on FTR? Let me look it up.
Andrew, come on, Andrew.
All right, Mr. Whitaker, and then Patricia Hernandez or Miss Hernandez, whoever gets in first. Yeah, Mr. Whitaker, go ahead and come in, and then Miss Hernandez, if you wait right there by the chair, thank you. Hello, sir, may I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Andrew James Whitaker, 72677.
All right, thank you. You're here on a probation warrant from the Superior Court. You're on felony probation, and on April 7th of this year, there was a petition to revoke your probation filed. It alleges that you violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 7. You'll get a copy of it from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer for you in probation court. That court date is going to be 1 week from today, which is September 24th at 8:30 in the morning. The address will be on your paperwork, and that will be a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. Your bond is $500. It is secured. If you bond out, comply with all of your conditions, and call your PO within 72 hours. Also be aware, if you were to bond out and vanish again, we can issue a no bond warrant for you. Looking at this is not a Prop 200 case. I think you should plan on that being either $2,500 to $5,000 or just a straight up no bond warrant if you disappear again. Everything's on your paperwork. Just take that paperwork, step out to your left. All right, Ms. Hernandez? Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Patricia Hernandez, 62593.
All right, thank you. You're here on a probation warrant. You're on probation for a Class 6 felony, and there was a petition to revoke your probation filed on July 22nd. It alleges that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get a copy of it from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is going to be 1 week from today, which is September 24th, 8:30 in the morning for a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. Your bond is $250. It is secured. If you bond out, comply with all of your written conditions. Do not miss your court dates. Don't fail to call your PO if you bond out. The number's on your paperwork. He's got that for you. Thank you. Mr. Rebello? And then David Benefiel, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir, can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Your Honor, Leandro Rebello, December 8th, 1985.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a probation warrant. You're on probation for a Class 4 felony. And there was a petition to revoke your probation filed on July 17th of this year. It alleges that you violated terms 3, 5, and 7. You'll get a copy of it from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be in the downtown probation court 1 week from today, which is September 24th at 8:30 in the morning for a revocation, arraignment, and possible disposition hearing. The court address is on your paperwork. I'm affirming the bond in your case, which is $250 secured with written conditions. Be sure to comply with those. Be sure to call your PO if you do bond out. The number's on your paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Turner. And then when I do the house calls, we need to run traffic, please, the last two.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. All righty. Are you Mr. Turner? Right here, sir. Benefield, yes, you, sorry. Lots of names, sometimes I lose track of which one I should be calling. All right, sir, can I have your full name and your date of birth?
David Benfield, 12/28/1980.
Okay, thanks. You're hearing a new case. You got booked in for third-degree burglary, a Class 4 felony. There is probable cause for that, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. You are going to have 2 next court dates next week. Those are status conference, October 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. That's in 2 weeks. Just wait a second. Preliminary hearing, October 6th at 8:30. Those are in the downtown Superior Court. The reason your court dates are that far out is because I'm going to release you to pretrial services. There's good probable cause for this case, by the way. But when I look at your criminal history, it says a drive-by shooting out of Washington 23 years ago. And that, I believe, is not going to be eligible against you, meaning I believe ultimately, if I'm correct about your criminal history, et cetera, that this is likely a probation-eligible offense. It's a property crime. So under our constitutional bail provision, I don't have an articulable reason not to give you a chance to prove whether you will or won't come to court. If I was a betting person, I'd bet you're not going to, because I've been doing this a long time. But I'm willing to let you prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. Please come to court. You cannot go to the scene of the alleged crime. Absolutely no contact with the alleged victim. Looks like you might not have a regular place to stay. That's not an excuse for missing court. It's not a doctor's appointment. You might notice that you are the first person on this calendar to get released. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
You're the first person. So how likely do you think it'll be we'll release you if you miss these court dates that I give you? Do you think I'm going to release you? I'm not. Go. Deal with this case. I told you why I'm releasing you. It's a property crime. Your criminal history is, from what I can tell, the felony history is old. So go deal with this case. Face this case. If you don't, if you won't, if you can't, we're going to hold you. Yeah, I've got loitering in a closed park, drug paraphernalia. I know what I'm looking at. Oh, this says you did do 57 months in prison in Washington. But like I said, talk to your lawyer. Your lawyer will help calculate if that can be used to enhance your sentence now. My guess is it's pretty unlikely that old case can be used to enhance your sentence, which would leave the current one probation eligible. So dodging court on this just means you like jail and you would like to go back.
Not like jail.
So come to court. I gave you a lawyer. You're not likely to meet that lawyer until you get to court.
Okay.
So you got to figure out how you're getting there in 2 weeks. That's the only warning you're getting. Otherwise, you FTA on a burglary case, that is a victim case, and they have rights to get this over with just like you do. It's not exactly the same, but they also literally have a right on our statutes to get this resolved. So we're absolutely giving you a bond if you don't show up. So just come, okay? All right, take your paperwork. You step out to your left. You got 2 weeks to figure out how you're getting to court. Just be there, okay? Good luck, sir. All right, so I've got a few house calls here. Hang on a second. I'm going to work on these for a second before we keep going. I just got to finish up the house calls. So, officer, I've got James Turner, Olivia Mears, and Chad Ramsey as house calls. Are they not physically present because they've been isolated as a potential risk of danger to themselves or others?
Yes.
Okay. All right. But I'm going to do the James Turner, Olivia Mears, and Chad Ramsey cases. I'll do those initial appearances in-house, in person, immediately after this recording finishes. And All right. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start with, let's do Mr. Butler's case first. Johnny Butler, if you come up, please, and then it'll be your turn, Ms. Baker.
Johnny Butler.
Sorry, 1 second, sir, I'm just finishing up one other thing. Gotta get back to your case. Okay, sir, full name and date of birth, please.
Johnny Butler, 8753.
Okay, thank you. And, Mr. Butler, you're here on a new case. You were arrested for child abuse as a Class 2 felony. That means intentionally, knowingly, or knowingly putting a child in a position where their health or safety could be endangered with a substantial risk or possibility of death. And so the court does find probable cause for that, which is not a high standard. So talk to your lawyer about that. Dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony. Endangerment, Class 6 felony. And drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. So as I said, there is probable cause for all of those. I am going to appoint a lawyer for you, and I'm going to need to probably reprint these ones because I'm realizing other things. So I am appointing a lawyer for you, Mr. Butler. Your next court date is going to be a status conference, October 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. That's 2 weeks from now in the downtown Superior Court. So, and based on your criminal history and its age, it's what was found by our staff and by the police appears to be very old. There is some, but it's old. The most recent was a grand larceny that was dropped in 1993. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release you to pretrial services with drug testing. No contact with that child, no contact with the co-defendant, which may likely mean she has to move, if I understand the facts correctly. But the two of you aren't to have contact with one another, so obviously you can't live together. And it sounds like you're the renter, so it's very likely she's the one who has to move. So you can return to the scene of the alleged crimes, but you still can't have any contact with her. She'll get a civil standby to collect belongings, but that's what she has to do. And I wanted to just double check whether you have any children of your own who are under the age of 18 at this time.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prohibit you from having any contact with anyone under the age of 18. Just generally stay away from kids while the case is pending. That means you don't babysit them. You don't, take your little grandnephew to the restroom. Nothing. Just don't have contact with kids while the case is pending. And you're going to have to drug test for us. So everything's going to be on your paperwork, though. You need to comply with those conditions and come to the court. All right. Thank you. I did give you a lawyer. You meet your lawyer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Yep, Stacy out there.
All right. And Ms. Baker, you can go ahead and come in, ma'am. I'm going to order her to drug test, too, so I got to reprint.
Okay.
All right, ma'am. May I have your full name and your date of birth?
Roche Baker, I'm 9/22/86.
Okay, thank you. You're here on a new case. You were also booked in for one count of child abuse, intentional, with a substantial risk of physical injury or death. And that was booked under the A1 subsection, which is a Class 2 felony. So the police had erroneously listed it as a Class 4, which is under the subsection B of the statute. They clearly chose subsection A for you, just as they did for your co-defendant. So wait a minute, Katrina, and I also, dang it, I knew there was another thing. I have to send her to legal defender because the cops booked them under different numbers.
Okay.
So I just did, I knew there were two things, I just couldn't remember what it was. So,
You need to change your PS to match the 00102.
it's a different PS.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is he's 818, she's 819.
Yeah. So do you want me to make them the same PF 00102 for the defendant?
Oh, I didn't realize we had that power. All these years, I could
Well,
just.
the county attorney always uses the same those two.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can totally
I
do
don't
that.
know why it does
It's
that.
fun. Well, you know why? It's because it's two different cops entering at two different terminals. If they're entering them successively, they'll get the co-defendant thing, but when you get multiple cops entering the data, that's how you end up with multiple case numbers.
Yeah, enter those.
Fine, okay, great. What it learns from this. Sorry, that's just completely technical stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
I understand.
Let me back up. All right. So, but I just need to make sure not to send you both to the same defense agency because they can't represent both of you. So, in any event, you will have a publicly appointed lawyer. We have 3 main public defense agencies in Arizona. Yours is called the legal defender. So there's the public defender, your offices will be the legal defender.
Okay.
So in any event, so I am appointing a lawyer for you. You'll have the same court date as your co-defendant. It's going to be October 2nd at 8:30 for a status conference with the preliminary hearing October 6th at 8:30. Now, in this case, just like for the co-defendant, I believe that as long as you are staying away from children, particularly this child, that your risk in the community is low, meaning I don't think that, I do think there's a reasonable possibility you may commit, drug crime or drug possession, which is why I'm going to have you drug test. But that you are likely, I think you're reasonably likely to appear and face the charges. We have a prior, but it's from 2013, and it was drug paraphernalia, and it looks like you successfully completed probation at the end of everything, and so I don't have any reason to think you won't appear and face these charges. So you do have release conditions, though. No contact with the alleged victim. And she's very likely in DCS custody or something like that, but you cannot have any contact with that 5-year-old while the case is pending. It says, pretrial told me you have a couple other kids. And
so I do, because that's my baby,
I know. And I have categorically prohibited you from having contact with her while the case is pending. I want you to be very clear. I 100% know that's your baby, and I am 100% prohibiting you from having contact with her until you get a different court order. So talk to your lawyer about any motion to modify that. That's for her safety. That in a case like this, the law, I believe, very much supports the idea that the possibility that you might endanger her far outweighs your liberty interest in being her mother at this moment in time. So talk to your lawyer. Life is long, many things can happen. So it's for now. I like to tell people, I know it's hard, and I regret that. It'll be hard for her as well, I'm sure. I don't take that lightly. It's for now, it's not forever. So talk to your lawyer. And you can have contact with your other non-victim children as long as you're already legally permitted to do so. I don't know the status of those other 2 kids, who they're living with, if they're even in the state. But you can't be alone with them or have their care or custody. So you can see them, like if they live with their father here in town, you can go over there as long as father is there to supervise. But otherwise, you'll have to call them on the phone, or if you can't figure out a way to see them with another adult present, then you could call them, you could video chat, provided you're allowed to do so. I don't know if you still have your rights as to them. I don't have any idea. So everything's going to be on your paperwork, though. Don't miss your court dates. The information about drug testing is going to be in your paperwork, and based on the facts as I have them, you're the one who's going to have to move. So you need to find an alternative residence, provide proof to pretrial services. You got to call them. Even if you're just laying your head somewhere for one night while you're figuring things out, you got to call them every time you're staying somewhere else. They'll walk you through that, and you can do a civil standby at this apartment to collect belongings, because you're not supposed to have contact. I'm ordering you not to have contact with Mr. Butler. So Phoenix PD will have to do a civil standby for you at the apartment to just collect your important stuff. Take that with you. Don't miss your court dates. I did give you a lawyer. Everything's on your paperwork if you step too late. Thank you. All right, so I made a record about these house calls and why about 5 minutes ago on this recording. So now I just want to read in the court's inclination. James Harvey Turner, born 3/8/69, Turner warrant from University of Lakes Justice Court, in a third-degree criminal trespass case, Class 3 misdemeanor. It does appear to be the first warrant in the case. So I'm going to give him an arraignment hearing of October 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon, and I'm planning to release him on his own recognizance, provided it appears that he will come to court and comply with the release conditions that include not going to the scene of the alleged crime. Ms. Olivia Mears, born 7/21/03, is here in a new case. She was booked in on one allegation possessing narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. I am appointing a lawyer for her and giving her a court date of September 23rd at 8:30 for a status conference and September 25th at 8:30 for a preliminary hearing. And she does have some criminal history, and on the totality of these facts, this court believes she's not likely to appear for court, and she is very likely to commit new crimes. So I am going to set bail in her case. I'm planning to, at $1,000 secured. with written release conditions that I will go over with her. Mr. Ramsey, born 2/22/73, is here on a new case, and I just realized Mears is the co-defendant. Well, no, I didn't just realize this. Mears is the co-defendant of Steve Granados, and so I'm going to order no co-defendant contact. And I don't know if they're going to get charged together or not, but I mean, that's another one. I mean, I see these all the time. I didn't realize the county attorney was like calling to bug us and get them to merge them, but I see this constantly. Co-defendants booked under different PFs, but anyway, I'm just going to check the box. I mean, you can change it if you want. I'm just going to check no co-defendant contact. So let's reprint Mears. I will order no co-defendant contact because ultimately, if the case does get charged together, this would be the standing release order, and I want it to be clear she does have contact with Steve Granados. All right, and no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. All right, Chad Ramsey, born 2/22/73, is on a new case. He got booked in for shoplifting with 2 or more shoplifting convictions in the past 5 years. What's that? Yeah, they took him, yeah. So Mr. Ramsey does have the convictions as alleged, or I find there's PC to believe that he does. So that's a class 4 felony. I'm appointing a lawyer for him, giving him a status conference September 23rd at 8:30, preliminary hearing September 25th at 8:30. Based on his criminal history, the court believes he is not likely to voluntarily appear, and he is likely to commit crimes while on release. So it's my inclination to set bail in the amount of $1,000 secured with written conditions I'll go over with him that include not going to the scene of the alleged crime. If anything changes after I conduct these initial appearances in-house, I will put the final decision in my written order. It is not the court's intent to supplement this recording. People looking for the ultimate order in those 3 cases should refer to the court's final issued release order. All right, with that, we're going to stand in recess until 2 p.m. this afternoon.